I'm Mathieu Lamandé. I'm a senior scientist at Aarhus University in Denmark, and I'm the coordinator of this project. And the title of the project is Implementation of Soil Compaction Risk Assessment System. So we, during the last 15 years, we developed a soil compaction model in collaboration with scientists in Switzerland. And this soil compaction model is freely available on the internet. It's called Terranimo, and you can find it on terranimo.dk. This tool, we would like, in this project, we would like to integrate this tool into the farmer strategic planning. And it's, of course, in the context of prevention of soil compaction of agricultural soils. In my pitch presentation a few weeks ago, I had some numbers, but I don't want to spend too much time on the consequences, the negative consequences of soil compaction on agricultural production today. So I will just focus on the presentation of what we plan to do in this project. We will have a kickoff meeting in April with all the partners, so I will not go into details about exactly which activity we will conduct, because we still have to discuss that during this kickoff meeting. But right now, this tool is freely available, but we think that to broaden its use across Europe and in the world, we need to see how we can integrate that in the strategic planning of agricultural operations, but also in the choice of crop rotation for the farmers, or when the farmer wants to buy a new machine, for example. So the main project challenges, it's first to identify and address potential and barriers of using Terranimo, how it is like right now, as a free available tool on the internet. And from that, we would like to develop new ways to present the simulation outputs to the farmers. It means that we will not develop further the engine of Terranimo, the soil compaction model, but we would like to make it more user-friendly. And then the last challenge that we want to address during this project is to be able to produce recommendations for a successful use of Terranimo for countries that also are not included in the consortium. And you will see that in my last slides that we have in the consortium, we have a range of countries as partners from different countries, along a north-south gradient for different climate and agricultural production conditions. I would like to broaden that to different countries. So we have two main objectives in this project. We'd like to design and test new ways of using Terranimo, and we'd like to develop strategies for the use of Terranimo by farmers in their decision-making and planning. So we have one main hypothesis to reach these objectives. We think that to reach this objective, we need to incorporate the use of Terranimo into the set of tasks that the farmers are already have to already comply. That are already have to work on this task to comply with regulation imposed in several of the participating countries. It can be, for example, fertilization planning. It can be the use of pesticides. So we think that it should be as a task that is needed for farmers to make them use more Terranimo or more systematic way. The potential impact is, of course, to enhance the mitigation of soil compaction in Europe and by broadening the use of Terranimo by farmers. It's also to prepare for the eventual EU support for sustainable farming practices with regard to soil protection, for example, through greening initiative under the new CAP. It means that in this project, we would like to see the barrier and potential of using Terranimo as a mandatory tool in order to enhance soil protection throughout Europe. For this, in this project, we will have 4 to 5 farms in each of the participating countries, and we will use these farms as case studies. So that will be a meeting point for the different countries and across countries too. And in these case studies, we will have field experiments, we will have demonstration, and that will be in combination with model simulations. And those model simulations will be performed by scientists, farmers, and advisors together. And this will be into living labs, so with the different stakeholders. So we will, for each country, we will set up a living lab where we will perform some simulations, and we will gather information about what is good and what is not so good with the use of Terranimo as it is now. And then we will propose new ways of using Terranimo and evaluate together with the different stakeholders what they think of the new ways of using Terranimo. Yeah, so as I said, we will start in the farms, and then, because it's a transdisciplinary approach that involves scientists, agronomists, we also have social scientists, and of course farmers, contractors, advisors, and representatives from authorities. Then we will have a covering of the whole value chain, and this will be achieved through these national living labs. Concerning the dissemination of the project results, it will be in parallel with a range of ongoing projects about soil compaction that we have, because the different partners are already involved in projects dealing with prevention of soil compaction. It's typically projects where we are looking at the science and not really at the perception of the problem of soil compaction. So that this SoCoRisk project, this new project, will be like a place to coordinate the different new results from science in order to enhance prevention of soil compaction together with soil scientists and social scientists. Then we also have ongoing development of national versions of Terranimo in Europe, in the Netherlands, in the UK, but also in Canada. And the result from the project will be, of course, broadened to these countries, even if they are not partners in the project. And then we will have a range of numbers of workshops. It will be activities within these living labs and a workshop with stakeholders. We will have demonstration days, as I said. We will also present our results in conferences, both professional conferences, and scientific conferences. We will, of course, publish the results in peer-reviewed papers, and we also plan to write some national reports for policy support in each countries, as well as a synthesis of the results, as I said, to try to broaden the results from the project to different countries in Europe. This is my last slide, just to present you who are partners, direct partners in the project. So I use a map of the soil compaction risk for Europe to locate the different partners. So just to show you that we are able to evaluate the risk of soil compaction at different scale already. But what we want to do in this project is to broaden the use of the tool that we developed. So if I'm starting from the north, we have some partners in Norway. We have advisors and a university in Norway. Then we have a university in Sweden, it's SLU in Uppsala. So we coordinate this project from Aarhus University in Denmark. And we also have extension services from Denmark that are partners, it's SAGRI. Then we have partners in Switzerland, it's Bern University of Applied Sciences. And last but not least, we also have a partner from Italy, University of Padua, that will also contribute to broaden the use of Terranimo to southern countries, because right now we have a quite intensive use of the tool in Scandinavia. It's because it was born there, but it's also because the problem of soil compaction is really severe in the north of Europe because of quite humid climate. And but in Italy and Switzerland, they are very keen of being in front by promoting the use of the tool. So we have to develop some. That's why we developed this collaboration in this project to the south of Europe, because they also have problem with soil compaction for some agricultural production, and because of the changing climate, they will get more and more humid periods. So they are keen on using this tool more broadly. So we will put a link for this project on our website, soilcompaction.dk, very soon. And if you're interested in following the project more closely, then you are welcome to write me an email. Thank you for your attention.